Hi everyone! So for my term project, I created a game called Meal Blocks, inspired by an original game called Square Meal by Nitrum.com. First, let's take a look at how to play the game. The goal of the game is to escape the dungeon by eating all the monsters who are out to kill you. You do that by eating and shooting blocks at the monsters in order to paralyze them so that you can safely eat them. This game can be played single player or two player, and the controls are different for each player. So if you're playing single player or if you're player number 1, you move using the arrow keys and you eat and shoot with the space bar. If you're player 2, you move using WASD and you eat and shoot with the tab key. You can restart a level by pressing R and return to the starting screen by pressing H. Now let's take a look at the actual game. We'll start with one player and the first level. So you can see that the character can move using the arrow keys. You can't run through any blocks. So in order to get out of this little square, you have to press the space key to eat a block. And then you'll see that the player images change if they have a block in their mouth. To shoot out the block, you press the space key again. If you come into contact with a monster while it's alive, you will die, so you'll need to restart the level. In order to paralyze a monster so that you can eat it, you need to eat a block and then shoot it at the monster. So there you can see the monster is paralyzed. To eat it, you just go near it and press spacebar again, and it will disappear from the screen. To finish a level, you need to eat all the monsters. Now let's move to level 2. In the second level, we have a new type of monster called a rush monster that rushes at you if it sees you. It doesn't stop rushing until it collides with a block. The new type of block we see is called a break block because it breaks upon impact with other monsters and other blocks. So you shoot at the monster here, the block will disappear. Now let's move on to level 3. Level 3 introduces another type of monster and another type of block. This lighter colored block is a slow block, and it just moves at half the speed of a regular block, so it's just really annoying for the player to use. The new type of monster is called a hide monster because if it sees the player within the same line, it will hide under a shell. In this way, you won't be able to paralyze it with the block. So you can see if you shoot the block at the monster isn't affected and the block stops. However, after a certain number of seconds, the monster must come out of its shell. Now let's move on to two-player mode, and we'll go back to level 1. So you can see that the second player is generated right next to the first player and is all the same functions as the first player. So then the two players will work together to remove all the monsters from the level in order to pass the level. A major difference in two-player mode is that if the second player accidentally shoots a first player with the block, the first player can get killed. However, the second player can continue playing until all the monsters are dead and the level is won. The level only restarts if both players are dead. Thank you for watching my term project video.